All right, what's going on, big dogs? So this year has been the year of controversy for many large YouTubers, it seems. Like a lot of these guys are doing whatever they can to ruin their image that they work so hard to build up over the years, and today is going to be no different. As you can tell from the title of the video, we are going to be talking about Marques Brownlee. Now, for those of you who don't know who Marques Brownlee is, he is one of, if not the biggest tech reviewer on the platform right now, and really has been controversy free throughout his entire career, other than a pair of shoes that he made and tried to sell that weren't received super well. He really hasn't gotten into any controversy that's noteworthy. He's had a few opinions that not everybody agrees with, but I suppose that just comes with being a reviewer on YouTube. And I guess he did get in some hot water for releasing a wallpaper app for your phone that he was trying to sell for $50 a year. And the wallpapers were definitely nothing special, basic gradient imagery with no images whatsoever. And so people were rightfully upset when he was trying to charge 50 bucks a year just to use some shitty wallpapers. But the other day, Marques released a video that was basically just a 9-minute ad for a tech company that was basically going to upgrade all of his recording gear for him. Now, some people were really upset that this video was a 9-minute ad, but personally, I found the clip in the video to be a lot more damning than just the video being a, again, 9-minute ad. So personally, I don't really care if you want to make an entire 10-minute video being nothing but an advertisement for a company that's upgrading all of your gear. I'm sure he got paid a pretty penny to make the video, and I would honestly probably do the same thing if this company came to me and was like, hey, we'll upgrade all your gear and your entire setup if you make a 10-minute video talking about our products. It's honestly basic business, and this guy has done these things in the past. And to be fair, he has gotten kind of the reputation of being a sellout, at least from the people who aren't hardcore dedicated fans. He has become somewhat of a sellout. He does a lot of advertisements for companies, and a lot of people aren't super happy with it. But like I stated, there was this clip in the video, which has now been deleted from the video, of Marques going almost 100 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. And in the zone, there were clearly signs up stating to watch for children. So this was definitely a residential area, and once you watch the clip, you'll see that there is next to no visibility due to the amount of trees in the area, so you will never know if a kid is about to walk out or a car is about to pull out. And if you're going 100 miles an hour, you're going to take a while to stop. Even though he's driving an expensive vehicle, it does not stop on a dime. If something were to happen, he would not only kill himself, but the person that he hits as well. Now, we've talked about this type of stuff on the channel before, but it never ceases to amaze me how stupid people can genuinely be. Personally, I have a Ford Raptor, so I too am not this angel who never speeds and never goes over the speed limit. However, when I do push my truck to its limits, I make sure that I am in a safe area where there are no people, no vehicles, and I'm able to test my vehicle without having to worry about hitting someone or something else. It's called not being an idiot. Now, obviously, I don't condone people going around and testing out the speed limit on their cars or testing out how fast they can go 0 to 60, but I also understand that people are going to do it anyways because that's just how people are. Especially if you have a nice car like this guy does, I'm sure you want to test out your vehicle. You paid a lot of money for it, you're going to want to see what it can do. But if you are going to do that, do what I do. Make sure that you have somebody with you so if something does go wrong, you can get proper help. Make sure that there's plenty of space and that there's no pedestrians or you're not in a residential area. You know, go down a back road. Go down an area where you know there's no traffic. I'm sure there are plenty of areas, no matter where you live, of which you can go and test out your vehicle. But just do it safe, guys. That's really all I'm saying. And there are plenty of things you can do to be as safe as possible, but this guy does this just for an advertisement, which is absolutely absurd. So I'll go ahead and play the clip and let you guys understand how stupid this really is. So I don't know if you guys noticed in the clip, but he did blur out the speedometer, which was directly behind the steering wheel, obviously. But if you look onto the right side of the car, there is a second speedometer on the passenger side that shows him going 96 miles per hour before the clip cuts. Going 96 in a 35, that is clearly in a residential area, is absolutely fucking absurd. Granted, I understand. I've seen people in the comments saying, well, he's driving a Lamborghini, and I understand that he's driving a Lamborghini. And the entire point of that clip was to show off that the camera that he was using is great in hazardous conditions, and it's supposed to be this indestructible camera, I believe, is kind of the whole point of the advertisement. But I have to imagine there were a million other ways you could put this camera in a hazardous situation without endangering the lives of not only yourself, but others around you. It never ceases to amaze me how stupid YouTubers can be just to show off a product or show off a vehicle or show off really anything that they own just for clicks and views. Like, I love my pickup. Like I said, Ford Raptor. I'm not bragging about it, but I kind of am. And it goes fast. 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. But I will never do something so reckless as to put not only my life, but others people's lives in danger as well. If you want to do something like this, it's just you, then I guess I can't complain. But when you're in a residential area and there is clearly signs that there are children around and families around, that's where I have to draw the line. I don't want to be that person who hops on the internet and every time somebody does a speeding video or makes a video of them driving fast in their car, I don't want to make a video and complain about it because nobody here is perfect. I'm sure many of you watching this have done crazy things in your vehicle, no matter what type of vehicle you have. It's just like what people like to do. And especially when you're young. I used to have just a shitty Ford Edge and I would test that thing out to see how fast it could go when I was younger. And that's just how kids are. But I've never put the life of somebody else in danger while doing it. If you want to be reckless, if you want to go endanger yourself, I can't stop you. Nobody can stop you. But to recklessly go through a residential area is just absurd. And quite honestly, the stupidest part about all this is if this guy can afford an $800,000 Lamborghini, you would think that he could afford to block off a road or rent out a racetrack and go show off the vehicle and show off the camera. But instead, he just decides to go, again, to a residential area and show it off there, which makes no sense to me. You could do a lot more on a racetrack, honestly, especially compared to a residential area. You could show the car, slowing down and speeding up and show how well the camera handles in places like that, whether you're turning or coming to a harder stop or taking off really fast. I just feel like there was a million other ways that this camera could have been shown off other than speeding in a residential area. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not asking for this guy to go to prison or jail or anything like that. I'm sure the cops will see this and he'll probably get a ticket. I mean, he was going 3 times the speed limit, so he definitely could lose his license for this because I believe if you go 20, at least in the state I'm in, if you go 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, that is where you would get your license pulled. This guy was going 3 times the limit, so I could definitely see him getting his license pulled for this. Now, I don't really think anything is going to come of this, but I'm just so surprised at how stupid so many of these YouTubers have been this year. I mean, we've had Jack Doherty getting in a car accident. We've had YouTubers speeding, getting into accidents on freeways, and then driving away from the accident. I've made videos on both of those situations. And it's just been a nonstop year of controversy involving the speeding of vehicles. And I just can't wrap my head around it anymore. You genuinely have to be an idiot to do this type of stuff. And for the most part, it is idiots doing it. But at the end of the day, guys, just stay safe out there and use your head if you're going to be a reckless driver. And if you're going to be stupid, make sure that you're only going to be doing it to yourself and not endangering the lives of others around you. Don't go clout chasing in your car just to try and get an extra click or a view. It's not worth it because eventually this stuff does catch up to you. I've seen it happen firsthand. I just had a very good friend of mine pass away 2 months ago. And he was a notorious reckless driver. And one night he was recklessly driving, thank God by himself, and lost control, jumped a crossing, rolled his pickup, and he is no longer with us because of that. So please just be safe out there. Don't endanger the lives of others and just be good people. But anyways, guys, that's really all I got for you today. I know this is a shorter one, but it's really not that big of a clip, just a 10-second little stint there, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, remember, please leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It all absolutely means a ton and helps the channel grow, so thank you guys who decide to do any of that. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to come check me out on all my socials. Links will be down in the description below. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video, and until the next video, guys, Godspeed.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body in Harvard above me.